And now with that pick, Flydamoon has to win their lanes. You pick a tied Legion, because they both do pretty decent versus Ember as well as the Brood.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to feed. That's usually what you do against Brood. You get a hero that's not going to feed. However, Undying right here is in some problems.
Yeah, they're trying to juke him out, get those decays up. No, they'll slowly chase him. Be able to get maybe another one out. No, not going to get the chance. Stuns there from Tiger. Being as low as they are, they cannot contest these runes. Liquid are able to step back, grab them for themselves. Now Boxy's going to come charging, and Boxy actually does end up dying. Kellen gets the hit off, and Boxy walks into his own death. Doesn't get the chance to get a single spell. The dilation as well, slowing down Tiger. Tiger, he's holding on to the stun. It's juked out by Kellen. Iceberg's coming as well to shut Liquid's bottom lane down, and they'll get both of them. Tiger and Boxy fall. It's hard for Quaifa to quickly get to a lane and sort of rat a tower away. You're always going to have that call that you can send down there. Iceberg is going to be attempted upon by Liquid. He'll get the Ravage off to try and slow things down, but Mickey jumps in with the Remnant. Backup is coming in. Iceberg will be healed up by Flo as he still continues to back up towards the tower. And with that play, Iceberg will survive. They'll try and turn now with the duel attempt onto the left. They will kill him off. Won't quite get him during the duel, but a kill's a kill.
You don't even have to go back to him. He's most certainly dead.
In the middle, Jump's going to be there as well. They're looking towards Iceberg. Iceberg, he has got the Ravage, holding on to it for now. They will manage to root up Quaifa, turn towards him with the duel. They'll try and offer it the save. Can Box to keep him alive? He cannot. They get the kill. Flydamoon, they've taken down the big one. But the thing is, Liquid are still happy to fight without their Spider. They've got a lot of items on the rest of them, and they're ready to use them, collapsing onto Iceberg. Iceberg is dead. Flo is stuck and trapped between them all as they find the Legion. Slayer's trying to juke around Tiger, actually killing him off with his own spells here. Will manage to do so.
Force 2 bracers. Back in the time, man. If you buy a bracer... Oh.
So they can do it here. They've got to kill him before the chrono ends. They don't want to let him BKB, and they won't. They've got the disable. Very nicely done there from Flydamoon.
Yeah, they take down the Brood once again. That's 2 times in a row, and this tier 1 is most certainly falling.
Gonna start leading forward. Kellen does get saved. Flo's able to come in with the dispel, get him out of the stun. They'll now turn their attention towards the Legion commander, Flo. Can they keep him alive? Tombstone's gonna be dropped down. They've lost Flo. Liquid, they're trying to back up, but Kellen's in on top of Tiger, gets the bash off.
So many spiders died there.
Okay. Able to maybe start something off. They are waiting. And we'll set up with the Ravage. Mickey's got the stick charges though, as well as the Aphotic Shield from Boxy to allow him to get off another Slide of Fist. He's fine, and now they can try to change for more. Remnant in from Mickey onto the 2 of them. Iceberg and always want to fly, dying alongside Slayer, as they will start to now run themselves away from the Lesh. Tiger, maybe seeing if he can get some sort of setup and catch for the rest of Liquid to finish off. Mickey jumping in. Ooh, we'll find the connection there with a slide. Gets in. They've found Flo. Great hunt from Mickey. Finding out Flo in the tree line with that Slide of Fist. And that will mean that Flo does not have the luxury of getting home.
Yeah, this game has chilled out completely. Ever since Quaifa got that Aegis, they just used it to farm, and now they're going for Slayer.
And they're going to try and look for the easier pick off Slayer. Found outside of the base, trying to get himself away. The BKB comes out, but a duel will be there, and that keeps Slayer alive. The duel, though, is causing the death of Flo, as Flo will fall. They'll get the chrono. It is a strong one. As they'll get one, they'll now turn their attention towards the Spider. Ravage there from Iceberg. Quaifa's falling low, but he will be able to walk away. They didn't quite have the damage to kill him. A buyback has come out from Always Wanna Fly, but now, with their ultimates expended, Flydamoon have nothing else to offer in that fight.
They won.
They didn't really care.
They won the
fight. Back in the mid, they do get the duel off. See if they can get the kill on Quaifa. They do, they've got it. Flo was able to get in and grab him, and now they can try and chase for more. Mickey has got remnants available, but they'll take that.
Watch your Melanie ass in the pit so that he can start hitting this big boy.
And I think that was just overconfidence there for Quaifa. He sort of thought, I guess as I was thinking, there's no Ravage, there's no chrono, I'm good to go.
Back? Like,
but the duel, it was enough. And now outside of the pit, Liquid will try and slow things down. Jump forward from Mickey and Tiger looking for Slayer, but Slayer's able to get himself out and towards the pit. Boxy, he's walking in, but the Roshan's already down. Now they can jump across a little more. Kellen chasing down Tiger, the dilation, slowing him up. The Lesh has fallen, they'll turn to Boxy. Boxy, borrowed time's on cooldown. He's going to go down for good. They lose the Abaddon. That's a gem on the ground as well.
They lose the team fight. They lose Brood. They lose Rosh.
I'm going to lose Slayer by the looks of it. Here towards mid, Mickey, there's the backup with that duel. They've locked down Quaifa, but of course Quaifa, he already had the ult going, so that's going to be Flo dueling himself to his own death. It's,
No,
I mean, it's like,
there's no one. It's you and
well, we've seen, like, Flo, I feel like, I don't know if Slayer's sort of shouting him, saying, look, dude, you've already fed enough. I just want you to save me. Because there's been a few times where Flo as the Legion has tried to save the Rubik, and it's not paid off. Now they've got to both buy back. Iceberg trying to start things off, but he's popping the BKB. Doesn't have the cheese. Will get the Ravage out, but the BKB's around for Mickey and Quite. Kellen leading in. He's got the BKB. The Chrono out to the three of them. Do they have the damage to get the kills in time? The Bash is around, and Quite's dead. They'll turn to Mickey. Mickey stunned up the stolen stuff from Slayer. Holds him down a little bit. He tries for the TP out, but they're onto the high ground. They've got the four of them. They've got the five. It's a full wipe.
All right.
Fly to Moon. Knock back Liquid.
Yeah, they have a bunch of stuff as well. You have that duel for lockdown. You also have the Ravage.
And Iceberg's just going to walk in. He's going to try and start things off, have a poke towards Mickey. We'll slow them down a little bit. Buying time for the courier to come over. Is about to make that delivery towards Iceberg.
You're just delaying time right now. You're just delaying, that's all.
There it is.
Iceberg runs in, gets dispelled by Legion Commander. He can't really die that easily.
Rush down to half HP at the moment. Gonna try and get some hits on him.
Oh my God.
Look at how it go with those crits and the Daedalus. Mickey's got to be careful. Jump in and a jump out from Slayer. Just a bit of a poke. Bit of a tease. Kellen's in with the dilations, focusing Tiger. Tiger yawls it up. Tiger's out of position though. Jules there from Flo. That's one down. They get the grab. Jump forward. Do they have the chain to save? Well, no. Quite, but will be able to put the BKB. Turns with the lifesteal onto Flo. Poxy and Mickey still trying to fight in the river. Flo's being chased by the spider, but the BKB's ended for Quite. He's got to turn around and help the rest because they're in trouble. Iceberg turns towards Mickey. The Ravage catches him off. They kill off the Ember. Quite's in trouble. He's got no BKB surrounded. The Chrono from Kellen. Ember has remnanted into the Chrono. Does have the BKB, but he's getting bashed up. He's in trouble. Flo's looking for Insania. Insania has to stop the death ward. Mickey's still getting focused down by the Void. Jump him, the Remnant Slayer with the Aghanims. He burns them down. It's forward on Liquid. No buybacks.
This is they can just go troll.
This was a clowny game at the best, and they lost it.
Shiver was right. Venom was wrong.
I mean, a very entertaining showing. Fly to Moon. They've done it. They've knocked a game off Link.
They've won their first game of the tournament as well.
And they did it with style. The mid-tide and the LizZard.
Okay.
That's another big
real fast-paced.
There's always going to need to be someone else to go in with Quake for him to get those pickoffs or kills onto cores. It won't be easy.
Most certainly. Even when they always want to fly. He's a bit dead.
Yeah, starting to beat the five of them. Finding it in the jungle. They'll start the game off with the first blood for Quite.
Crimson Guard, someone gets Radiant, Slash deals a lot of damage. Shivas perhaps, and those illusions are going to be useless.
An attempt there to chase down Insania, but now Tiger and Quite will be able to turn on to Flo. Flo gets nuked down there as Fly to Moon getting a little too hungry for action. The two of them, in fact, are going to pay with their lives for that attempt on the tri-lane of Liquid. Towards mid, Mickey will be collapsed upon, so Fly to Moon quick to make sure they do find something in return across the map. Flo, he's hiding in the trees. He does have the Ember coming up to help out. There's Iceberg, he's level 6. He's ready to try and make some plays happen. Insania is going to be the focus first. One Remnant, that'll do it. TP attempt from Quakeful will be successful. No way to cancel it. Certainly seems to be the way to play. At the moment, they are going to try and push on off the back of that smoke. Liquid, they'll move towards the high ground, but Fly to Moon, they are prepared for this. Remnants out. Iceberg's looking to chase. Kellen and Flo turn their attention towards Mickey. Iceberg will stay on top of Boxy. Boxy unable to get the deny off on time with the miscoil. Tiger and Quake were forced apart from the rest of them. Mickey and Insania, they're separated. They're sort of split up here, Liquid. And now with the duel, they're in a lot of trouble. The snowball save does come into play, rolls them across, but both of them, Tiger and Mickey, end up going down. Quakefa and Insania have to be careful as Soul Assumption will at least claim the life of the Rubik, but they lose 4 heroes there.
So far, Abaddon hasn't had that chance, though. He's been shut down heavily on the lanes, but mostly because he was forced to rotate from one lane to another, and then you find yourself 10 minutes in with 2k net worth. It's not the best position.
They're trying for Iceberg. He has got a sleight of fist, but he's not going to get the chance to get it off. They get a big kill onto not just the Ember, but also Slayer, as Liquid are able to strike back hard.
A little bit of an edge there. Always want to fly. He's like... He just loves doing this, right? He loves to die.
Just making some space.
He should just be renamed to Always Want to Die.
Yeah, they got him.
And the tombstone as well. He likes to keep things balanced. He likes the balance, you know.
But at the same time, look who they found up top. As quite for, if they got the kill, they'll get the reason.
Nope.
Oh, they haven't found him. He's going to live. Oh, no, he's not. Slayer's there with the wraparound, Fade Bolt, and a Sleight of Fist. In fact, they don't just get the one, they get the two. See if they can chase Boxy. Boxy pops the borrowed time. Iceberg is going to look to stay on top of them. Another slight change. Yeah, he's going to have the backup of Mickey. Stun controls there. Quick save from Flo. Gets him out of it. The chain stun from the birds causing some issues. Tiger will be in with the snowball. He's on top of Iceberg and actually gets the finishing kill. Now they turn back over towards Slayer. Stolen Aphotic Shield turns him with a Fade Bolt, but he will fall as well. Liquid be able to strike back and get something in return.
So it's all about the 25-minute mark. From 25 to 30, this game is going to break in one side or the other.
Right, we go diving under the tower. They got their eyes on Slayer. Slayer will be healed up and saved by Flo. Insania dropping down the ult. It's doing a lot of damage here onto Slayer, but Slayer, in fact, he gets the stolen one, and that does a lot onto Insania. Insania, he's going to be the one to die. They lose supports on both sides, but with Kennen in the fight, this PL's ready to force them back with the illusions, burning the mana, keeping his distance from Mickey. They'll be able to duck back in with the duel, take out the Leshrac, and now they can start to chase on for more. The PL is an issue. Liquid's got to get away from him. They're trying their best to roam. Quaitha getting his mana burn. Another heal fired out from Boxy. Mickey buying back to try and help turn this fight around. He'll boost the travel into the creep wave. Does land the stun on Always Want to Fly, getting the Undying. Tiger still playing around with Flo on the back lines. Flo will step away with the heal. There we go. Roshan, as before, will fall very quickly to the lineup of Liquid. The question is if a Flight to Moon can get in time.
Iceberg is there, but
with the BKB and a Remnant, he can certainly look to make an aggressive play. They're going to start things off on the side. Go with the telekinesis, separating Boxy from the team, but Tiger dives in. BK pots the BKB, committing heavily here towards the Slayer. Squishy Rubik on the back. He's dead. They've found one. Tombstone's taken out. Iceberg's own BKB being used, but he has to be careful. Hard to get the damage in against this Crimson Guard. Tiger, left alone on the high ground, will be locked down by the Jewel of Flow. The rest of Liquid have got to be a little careful now with their own BKBs.
It's inside of the enemy team.
There we go, going for the smoke now themselves. Mickey leading in onto Slayer and Kellen mid. They'll focus down the Ruby, get the easy kill now, turn their attention towards the PR. They've got the first stun. They'll try for third, but Kellen, he's being focused. Can they save him? They cannot. No, Kellen is dead. Liquid, they've got the big kill and they're ready to try and go for more. Surrounding Flo, the stone controls there from Mickey. Flo falls and Tiger blinks forward. He's got the lockdown on Always Want to Fly as there is a third dead. Flight to Moon getting destroyed this time round by Liquid. On themselves significantly ahead now, 17k advantage. All three of their cores have got back ahead of the game. Teleturn is in trouble, will be forced back. Another stun comes in, but with the Glimmer Cape, Iceberg will be safe for now. The Rex, they've already been taken though. Liquid with the pushing power, they've found the Rex. Maybe they can get some kills. Jules up onto Iceberg. Sleight of Fist, inability to dodge the stuns, but the further stuns come down from the bird. He's dead and gone. He's got to buy back. The focus now onto Slayer. Slayer's dead. The Roman's coming into play. Can they actually get any of these kills though, Flight to Moon? Yes. They're struggling to find anyone. They'll get Mickey the once, but Always Want to Fly is dead. So is Slayer. Both supports gone without buyback.
it would be so much easier if PL was level 25, but sadly for them, he's not.
He must be close now.
No.
Boxy. Now I'm going to try and go on the Abaddon. They've got to jump away from that. Tiger in onto the high ground. Looks for the uppercut onto Slayer. Slayer getting himself back and out of it all. Hex is out to Always Want to Fly. The chain stones from the Familiars causing issues for Kellen. The save will be there from Flo. BKB's out from Kellen and now start to turn, but they're doing no damage at all. Cannot do anything to slow down this push. A 40,000 gold lead from Liquid. They'll focus the Ancient. They'll look over to pick up some extra kills, but there we have it. GG is, and Liquid will be able to bring this series.
I really like the laning phase again, like this time from Liquid. Like they have this Queen of Pain that can put pressure if he's against the Storm Spirit.
He should be fine. He's already 7-1 CS versus 6 of the... Oh,
there we go. Finally getting a kill there with that combo that they tried a few times.
But you could see the way Ogre was moving. He was super careful about that. Oh, now he's not super careful.
They do have the Moonlight, and with no detection on the front lines, Flo's going to be fine. In fact, he may find a chance to turn around. Gets the double blast off onto Tiger. He'll be the focus. Slayer's looking for the wraparound, and there's Iceberg. He'll go straight in onto Insania. Zips forward. That's the keep of the light down. He's a little automatic. Cannot get out, though. Mickey drops the Sonic Wave. Now Always Want to Fly. It's time for revenge. Drops down the ult. Quaitha left on the high ground. They'll get the 2-for-1 Fly to Moon. So that silence will be pretty deadly for the Storm.
And he also has no saves, right?
Yeah.
Like, in contrast to that last game, which had so many heroes with sustaining utility, this game doesn't really.
Slayer found out down bottom. They are going to bring TPs in, Flo, and always want to fly.
That freezing field, just let it go, always want to fly.
Just
let it all out, man.
Liquid, they will be ready to try and dive as soon as that comes to an end. Quakefor charging past the tier 2 with the help of Boxy. They're on top of Flo. Have managed to reduce his armor, chain stunning him up with the helm of the Dom Centaur. They'll get the kill. This is the aggression you'd expect to see from Liquid's heroes. They're pulling it off now, 15 minutes in, as they'll look to take the tier 2 tower away from bottom lane.
Yeah, then again, it's on Flight Moon to take these fights properly instead of feeding one after another. First Mirana falls, then the Crystal Maiden and the Ogre follow up all alone without any cores. You can't fight. You need Iceberg or the Jug at least.
I mean, I don't know, someone can see the maps on that back at home. I think Twitch chat can get the calculators out, work out what the odds are. And oh no, now he's been jumped up. Boxy, he's going to come in with a blink onto the two of them. Always want to fly, roll across. They've got the ball of light down, pulling in Flo and the Serlins onto the Storm. There's no escape for Iceberg as Iceberg falls. Flo is dead as well. Yeah, I went past him, but he blinked across and got hit.
Oh, Wolf form is used.
And jump in from Boxy. Look at the jump easily onto the squish. He always want to fly's gone. Iceberg with the opportunity to zip away. They are going to try and continue to chase. Iceberg goes to TP out, but they've got the snowball connection. Right, Chuppy's gone. But definitely going to be a test to see if it is enough, if the duration's going to be enough for him to do enough damage. Liquids themselves have got a lot of items, a lot of preparations, saves, of course, with the snowball. Keep safe anyone that does get gone upon by the Storm.
Yeah, they're not truly way too ahead, only 1k, but it's the nature of their lineup that makes them play much easier. Meanwhile, Boxy, he's playing the Slardar. He's not tracking center, just jumping in with that blink, creating space. He's 8-2 to 9.
Oh, Iceberg. Oh. Gonna look for the zip in, tries for the kill. They do manage to kill off the quad. He can be pulled from Iceberg. Can they get more? Mickey's gonna buy back in an attempt to really turn this fight around. They're on top of Kellen. Kellen's got to get himself away. He's doing his best to retreat, but Boxy is chasing him down. Jump forward, gets the crush off. Healing wards out. It's not going to be enough heals to save Kellen as the Jug falls.
Let's see if they can get that buyback from Kellen as well.
Yeah, he just on Quakefor, of course, off the back of that rush. Iceberg is going to... Oh, no! He messed up. He tried for the zip to clear the way, but they're in preparation.
No, BKB.
He was there.
He wanted to zip in and zip out, but...
Oh, but that's greedy. They do still have tier 2s in the other lane, so maybe they can still hold it off, but that is... I mean, you're really coming back if you're pulling off plays like that. As Iceberg can only sit on the sidelines for that 50 seconds as he watches his 2 sets of racks get taken away from him.
And Quakefor.
We'll go for the chase down. Boxy's in. Focusing Flo. Quakefor again starts the fight with the easy kill. Always want to fly is removed. Slayer, I mean, he can't really do anything to help out Flo. I think he's just going to let the Ogre go. Slayer leaping away, but Tiger, he's trapped off the two of them with the shards. The Will-O-Wisp. It's going to drag back the Mirana. Slayer's surrounded. Boxy's on top of him again. 3 more kills.
He's just creating this puddle wall.
I mean, you cannot kill this Slardar, right? With the heart and the puddle buff. You're just invincible, and they know it. They've called it. GG is called, and Liquid will take game 3, and with that will proceed here at the Corsair Dream League Season 12, but it is the end of the road for Flight to Moon here.
Flight to Moon, they definitely did show up.